Running a mortgage business, it's not just about closing deals. It's about building a system that allows you to grow, stay compliant, stay sane, and most importantly, stay in business. So if you've ever wondered, could I own my own mortgage business? This video is for you. I'm Megan Marsh, founder of Collab Lending Franchise and Mortgage Broker Concierge. And today I'm going to go behind the scenes and I'm going to share with you the tools that keep our business running like a well-oiled machine, that help our teams work across different departments and share information and everything in between. And whether you're just starting from scratch, starting to build your business, trying to figure out what you're missing in your business, some of the tools and workflows that I'm going to show you really can make the difference between the way that your team works and how productive you are. And it all starts with home base, what I call home base, which your home base is the place that you save everything. If you're like me, on the go, going from one office to another, meeting with people, going home, how you work in the cloud and how your team works in the cloud in your digital filing cabinet is one of the most important places to start. So let's start with Box, our central hub for file management. And while many companies and businesses use Google Drive or OneDrive, Dropbox is another one, Box offered a unique edge compared to some of these others because it comes with a built-in e-signature capabilities, a secure portal, which makes it much easier for external people to upload documents, sign things, and have access to the files that we share and work on together. And that's huge. And it's one of the biggest issues we also had before switching was confusion and delays from realtors or clients who couldn't figure out Google Drive. But with Box, they create their own login, free login, and then our folder is shared, it's protected, and even allows us to track activity across the platform. Now, it's our compliance platform. We organize every client file by loan type, and we save that in our loan system, but we also want to have an external system. This makes audits and team training's a heck of a lot easier. So if you're outsourcing operations or hiring an operations manager, you need a clean, well-mapped structure, and Box makes that possible. And when you start using it with the other tools I'm going to show you, it all starts coming together. So I now want to go over MindMeister. This is visualize everything. And I go a little bit nuts in MindMeister. But one of the biggest mistakes that I made early on when I started building a team was assuming that everyone understood and everyone on my team could read my mind and knew what my documents were called and where I saved them. So while you're growing a team and a business, especially transitioning from being solo to a team leader or a business owner, your systems need to evolve. Enter MindMeister. This is our go-to tool for visualizing business workflows, training materials, folder structures. When we started getting serious about operations, I created a mind map of our digital filing system, how folders were structured, where documents lived and were saved, what they were named, and how I wanted the team to put documents in there. It helped my team stop guessing where I was saving things, where they should put things, and really start working with clarity as a group together, which changes the game and eliminates a lot of wasted time looking for things. MindMeister makes it really easy to map out ideas, SOPs, marketing information, onboarding sequences. It's not just about being organized, it's about making things understandable for others. When you go from me to we, the visual layouts help keep everybody on the same page, especially for remote teams or if you're outsourcing to other support staff. Honestly, this tool helps eliminate costly miscommunication. And when you update your map, it updates across the board. You can attach documents. I mean, it's really, really a great way to bring everything together. Let's talk about communication now, because this is where many teams break down. You can have all the best tech in the world, but if your team doesn't know how or when to connect with you and when you're going to be free, it just all falls apart. So at Collab, we use Slack as our internal messaging system. It keeps conversations organized by channel, such as processing, marketing, leadership, and it avoids chaos of endless group texts or emails that you can overlook. You can do daily check-ins, post questions, links to resources. We also use Ring Central, which is our VoIP phone system. And here's why this is really important. Having a designated work line like Ring Central allows you to separate your personal life from your professional one. It routes calls through your business number and you can connect it with your cell phone. So it can be on there, but you can turn it on and off. It records calls, it even forwards messages. It's all about creating boundaries so that when you're in this business, it's easy to let work really bleed into every hour of your life. Having a dedicated communication system helps you create a scalable structure that somebody else can cover for you, that you can turn off. Your team knows when you're available and when you're not. So if you're looking for sustainability as a business owner, strong communication channels and clarification are honestly a non-negotiable. We also use a tool, or I use a tool probably more than anyone, called Snagit. And have you ever tried to explain something to the people you work with, external, contacts, and you've had to tell them 5 times because they're just not understanding? And that's why Snagit is a tool that I swear by. It's a screen capture tool, an annotation tool. It records, it takes pictures. You can put images, write text on the images and videos. And what makes it different from other free tools that you purchase is that anything you capture is saved in this library. So you can go back and look up images that you snipped later on without having to go through and save it and click through 5 different buttons. You pay for it once, and then I think you set it and forget it. It's not an ongoing subscription. I use it to show my team members where to upload files, to train new hires on how to navigate things, to edit documents that somebody wants me to review. You can proof errors for follow-ups, show how-tos to clients, team members. It's also great for if you want something changed, you can show someone easily. And you pretty much in general can create a very fast visual or how-to that the team can follow. So training your team doesn't have to take hours. If you have the right tools, something like Snagit, it can literally take 3 minutes and save you days of having to go back and forth or redo things. And investing in tools that buy back your time, that's how you scale. Now, Mighty Network and Hippo are 2 other ones that I use daily. Hippo is where I record things like videos like this for clients, for my team members. And Mighty is where I put those videos so where everyone can go in and find information and stay connected with the things that they want to know. I use Mighty Network as it's like our internal platform. Think of it as like a network, a training library, like a center for the business. There's video replays we post in there, resource libraries, standard operating procedures, links to resources that the team likes to use, updates from leadership. Unlike like a Google Drive, right, which can feel overwhelming, Mighty's visually engaging and it's easy to search things because you use hashtags and categories. It's how we ensure nothing falls through the cracks and where we can lead people to go find things on their own and not always having to come and ask us. Whereas Hippo is where I create the videos that I put the links in. Now, sometimes you have to download them and upload them into your Mighty Network. Hippo, it's an alternative to BombBomb. Why I like Hippo is it has better price points. It also has templates for landing pages. All these tools, because communication culture, it just doesn't happen automatically. You have to create visual things so that you reduce repeated questions, you foster connection with the people you work with, and you empower them to be informed and have the actual resources that they need. No business, not even just mortgage business, but no business can function without effective communication training. And that's where Zoom, Canva, Mighty Network all come in. So you don't just use it for one thing, you can use it for many things. Making sure your people have somewhere that they can go to for team meetings, ask questions, find resources, go to for onboarding, find links, like all the things. Like, how do you bring it together into a very easy, digestible, searchable way for people to succeed? And so Zoom is how we keep our team connected because everyone works all over the country. You can record sessions, share your screen. You can split out into groups called breakout rooms. It's essential for having connection with people that you're not sitting next to with how the world is working now. Canva, the last tool, is a game changer, right? It's all about creating pieces, flyers, social media content, presentations, slide decks, things that your team is going to need to go out and succeed when they're meeting with referral partners or clients. It's really a drag and drop that if you have a marketing person, they can design them and then they can share those templates with everyone else and they can update it with their information. Keeps people on brand, compliant, and it just gives everyone the tools that they need to have clarity, stand out in a really tough market. So if you're building a mortgage company where you want people to have all the things they need, having these tools is essential. And it's not ridiculously expensive. They're some of the best investments I've made in my business. So these tools help you communicate with clarity, stand out in a really competitive market. And if you're building a modern mortgage company that stays up with tech, Zoom and Canva should absolutely be in that tech stack. And that wraps up for this video and the tools that you should start using in your mortgage company. These are the exact tools and systems that we're using at Collab to run profitable, scalable, and sane mortgage businesses. Whether you're a solo broker just getting started or you're building a team, the key is to get organized before you get overwhelmed and to get into the habit of using tools like that and not just do it the way you always have. Start small, pick one tool that I went over today on the list and implement it this week, this month. You'll be amazed at how much smoother everything will run when your back end is built for success. Now, the hard part for many of you is going to now be how to build the systems that go into these tools that make it run smooth too, right? It doesn't just poof magically appear. You can begin building them over the next 5 to 10 years, or you cannot recreate the wheel and use our tools, our templates, our systems and team at Collab. All you have to do is schedule a discovery call with me with the link down below so I can see if we can help get you to the next level. And don't forget to like this video if it helped give you some ideas. Subscribe to the channel for more insider tips and let me know in the comments what systems and tools you're using to run your mortgage business or any business for that matter. Until next time.